What's up, everybody? Today we're doing an opening. We have the Nightmare Bundle. I'm sure you're all very aware of this sweet MTG product. I saw MTG North open this up like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Ooh, I have to get on that immediately." And really, I think that what really got me was actually these promo cards. I really am intrigued by those. Additionally, the lands, I'm a sucker for full art lands, and the fact that they're foily as well, and the foil treatment is just like, that is just grade A stuff for me. And typically in the bundles, you never get the collector's packs, so that was also really nice. Additionally, you get some boosters as well in this cool little dial. So let's just get it open, and I know it comes with like a couple posters and such, so that's pretty cool as well. But I don't know if I have that big enough camera angle for that, but we're just gonna kind of get in here. And looks like we got our cool VHS tape here, which is nice. You get a little dice here. This is nice. Always love dice to add to the collection. Can't get enough of these. And looks like this thing just kind of pops. And then the movie inserts are here. Get a couple of these, of course, so that's nice. And that also comes out the VHS. So you get the Archon of Cruelty one, that's nice. That would be a cool one. You get the Living Death poster, and then the Goryo's Vengeance. And then, of course, on the backside, you have, I think, Exhume. You have Cryptghast, and one of the other ones, I'm not sure. But that's pretty cool. So there's the posters there. It's very nice. You get those like very cool movie posters. And of course, let's get right down to business and open up this sweet little box. It's like a little deck box, you could say. It has this really interesting. I haven't seen too many people read this text. Abandon all hope. Teenage prodigy Nashi has disappeared, and it has something to do with the mysterious doors opening across the multiverse. Only a strike team of youthful heroes, Tyvar Kell, Zamon Walla, Nico Aris, the Wanderer, Kaito Shizuki can mount a rescue. The destination is Duskmourne, the endless house of nasty nightmares. To survive the frights within, they'll need to trust each other and the odd newcomer, Winter. But are they playing right into the hands of Algavath, the demon at the heart of the house? Four thumbs way up, the Videlkin times. Literally scared me to next week, Teferi Akosa. Okay, so what I'm looking for in this particular opening today is I am looking for the Overlords. In particular, I would like the Black Overlord, the Baelmirth one, just for my Sauron deck. I would appreciate that very much. Just like basically just an absolute artifact, like graveyard, contributor, like a mega bomb in that manner. I'd love that. That'd be a great addition for me. Of course, Oculus would be great for my Blink deck, like either my Yorion or Brago deck, depending on which one I want to choose for that. Additionally, any of the Curiosities would be nice. The Verge lands are good, of course. Other than that, I'll be pretty happy with just whatever. Honestly, these lands are kind of like really exciting stuff for me. So let's go ahead and open this one up. A little curlage here, but honestly, this is fine. These are gorgeous. This beautiful plains here. Of course, these will just be a great addition to like my multicolored decks where maybe I just need like 3 lands of each or maybe less. So basics in that manner. So these are beautiful. I have the blue basics here. And Valgavoth, I believe, is in each background, which is very cool. And, ooh, that one's nice. The Black Swamp, of course. Mountain. And I'm sure we'll get some more of these full arts as we open up a collector pack or two from this opening. So these are just huge. This is a really big stuff. Really love the lands. Great selling point for Wizards if they're watching these kind of videos. I'd keep that up. Here is our promo card. For the promo, I'm really looking for the Archon of Cruelty because I think that would also do well. Like, it's good in my Marchesa deck and would also be very good for my Sauron deck. But any of the, I'm thinking most of the cards are just good. Oh, damn. Damn. Yeah, we got the damn. That can't be that bad, right? Destroy target creature. A creature destroyed this way can't be regenerated. Overload. Could overload this, of course, for 2 colorless and or 2 generic mana, so to speak, and then 2 planes. So that's that. And hoping for that Archon. And I think it's living. Oh, Goryo's Vengeance. Okay, that's not so bad. So that's like another resurrection spell for our legendaries, and I believe they will gain haste, and at the beginning of the next end step, you exile it. So it's kind of like a one-shotter there for the Goryo's Vengeance. It is an instant. That is interesting. So very interesting card. Interesting. So I am very happy with my promos. Very cool. All right. So let's just rock and roll this. Rock and roll, baby. Out of the ordering here, I'm not really too sure, but I guess you're looking for some of the fancy dancey. The rooms are cool. Definitely looking to make a Vengral deck. So the more rooms I can get, the better. So how's this one? A little bit of card draw. It's not the best, but it is an enchantment. So that's like kind of the pull is that you build around your enchantments. And of course, with the Vengral deck, you can just unlock the rooms kind of at whim. And that's pretty good, right? Crack Skull. Okay. Vile Mutilator. I thought this would be a really interesting like addition to like a Reanimator deck, just because it's such a mega bomb. If you can just resurrect this thing, each opponent sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature. It's like, oh, it's like a nasty one. Ooh, the art is so intriguing. Like opening this, like looking at these next cards, these borders are just like, ooh, they're so flashy. Okay. Insidious Fungus. What a gorgeous card this is. It's so pretty. This is border here. Okay, a little bit of a interactive spell there. That's an interesting draw a card, put a land on the battlefield. Very multifaceted, a fungus. Okay, so there's like our full art land that we were kind of mentioning. Hey, Needlehead. Oh, gorgeous. Fantastic, guys. Just love it. Love it. Just love this for any red deck. I even put this in my Grixis deck, my Marchesa deck, even though it doesn't commit crimes, but it's just, people just draw cards, and I mean, it does damage to them. It's just an absolutely bomb, right? Phenomenon Investigators. What does this one do? As it enters, choose Believe or Doubt. Believe. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/2 black horror enchantment creature token. Okay, when it enters. Oh, okay. Or okay. Oh, to your hand from the board. Okay. The Believe is interesting to kind of have like that fodder, right? Great pack so far, guys. Got the FOMO here. Very happy about that. What is that in the back? It looks really shiny. Oh man, these collector packs are just so awesome. So yeah, that's just the one that basically grants you extra combat steps, right? Yeah, and it will also untap one of the creatures also. So definitely helps for vigilance, right? Fear of missing out. Yeah, that one's solid. Here's Nashi. Nashi is I see him getting some play. Whenever Nashi Searcher in the Dark deals combat damage to player, you may mill that many cards. You may put any number of legendary or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards in your hand this way, put a 1/1 counter on Nashi. Rat Ninja Wizard. Marvin. Okay, so that was the border. It was like very, very like clean. Marvin's not a bad hit, right? This card can like go off with like your, untap shenanigans and having like some strong mana dorks on the battlefield. So that's pretty cool. And then the Kaito token. So there you go. All right, so got FOMO and Razorkin Needlehead. Not bad. And also this guy here. Phenomenon Investigator. Excuse me. All right, let's continue. Horde Vigor. Target creature gains Death Touch and indestructible until end of turn. All right. Okay, another room. Yeah, these are just kind of expensive things, These rooms, But I know there's some decent rooms also. Weary Watchdog. Popular Egoist. Keys to the House. I love 1-drop artifacts. I always like to kind of see what's going on with those. Oh, cool. It's like a little room unlocker. Interesting. Glimmer. Got something cool in the back. But is everything cool? I think it's so. But it could be a Valgavoth. It kind of looks like a Valgavoth, to be honest. Ward 2. Whenever you attack creatures you control, get 1/1 until end of turn. Okay, kind of a pricey guy. Get out. Okay, a little target creature or enchantment. That has a little more faceted than some other 2 blue counter spells that you've seen in the past. So you can do counter target creature or enchantment spell, not just a creature spell, or return 1 or 2 target creatures and or enchantments you own to your hand. Okay. There's the Swampy. Hey, we got the Kaito. Nice, guys. I was a little, I didn't know the lore too much of Kaito, but I was kind of like, man, this would fit in my Anawan deck so well. And I still think it does because, you spread a lot of damage out with Anawan and you get that Surveil, which is nice. And then you draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. And that's kind of the deal with that particular commander is you're just spreading the damage out. So I thought that was kind of an interesting avenue, right? It is not a, rogue, unfortunately, but that's a nice one. They came from the pipes. When they came from the pipes enters, manifest dread twice. Whenever a face-down creature you control enters, draw a card. Cool. Grievous Wound. I read about this card. This card is, you've got a room too. Enchanted player can't gain life. When enchanted player is dealt damage, they lose half their life rounded up. Oof. A lot of life loss there. Kind of a brutal one. Okay, and then we got this sweet room here. Central elevator. When you unlock this door, search your library for a room. Card that doesn't have the same name as a room. This is a rare. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. So that's a nice one. It's kind of a roomy tutor. And then the other side, it has a less of a casting cost for whatever reason. At the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1. You win the game if there are 8 or more. Okay, so this is our winning room. So if you win the game if there are 8 or more different names among unlocked doors of rooms you control. So I'd assume this keeps, these are each a door. So, and you have to wait till your upkeep. Sweet. So that's your win con. So I think in the worst possible commander show, CGB did the Maria Vendrell build. So it'd be kind of curious to see how that one worked out. See how he built it, as I assume that this is your primary win con. And then what we got here? An undead sprinter, man. The art looks so juiced from the back. This hair here in the back looked like so fancy dancy, and it is still pretty fancy dancy, but just not really worth anything, right? Trample haste, you may cast Undead Sprinter from your graveyard. If a non-zombie creature died this turn, if you do, Undead Sprinter enters with a 1/1 counter on it. Not bad, really. All right, so there's that. So this was our little rare and mythic haul here. Got a Kaito, that's nice. Got his token too. Nashi, Fear missing out, so it looks like a 1 mythic haul from the collector. It's kind of a low, I guess, but we'll take it. All right, so we're still looking for the Oculus, of course. Still looking for the Overlord. The Black Overlord would be great. Overall, I do really like the product a lot. I did definitely has some cards that like you're not too familiar with, like Agorio's Vengeance and Damn. I mean, those cards aren't really ever been in Standard since I started playing, so those are kind of newer to the card pool, so that's always exciting. Looks like we got another room here for our rare. It's a rare. Dazzling Theater. Creature spells you have Convoke. Okay. And then untap each creature controlled during each other player's untap steps. That's interesting. You really want to go with a flash characteristics there, huh, guys? Resurrected Cultist. Finality counter on it. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind opening up more rooms too, because like I said, I'm building that, probably going to build that 5-color room deck. Seems kind of like an interesting build around. Stay hidden, stay silent. Ethereal armor. Fear of exposure. Winter. Anything else cool? Winter is Jundi, huh? Ward 2, at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards. Holy moly. It's a lot of gas for everybody. As long as there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard, each opponent's maximum hand size is equal to the 7 minus the number of those card types. Cool. Seems cool. Let's put Winter over here. Oculus. Valgavoth. I'll take another Valgavoth. We believe. Another room. Terramorphic Expanse. The Percussionist. Kind of an interesting one for some gasoline when it dies, right? Let's play a game. Ew. That's a lot of value, huh? I'm always kind of curious about these like cards that need a criteria. Obviously, they're not as played very often. Sometimes because their abilities aren't just strong in themselves, or it's hard to enable these. They just don't. On curve, for instance, could you make sure you have 4 cards in your graveyard? In some instances, yes. And then you have to decide if the value is good enough. Loss of life is good, but creatures usually can do that, right? Creatures, you can usually take care of that life loss. So the discarding of 2 cards, go blank, I guess, is the rate you can compare that to, and that's a 3 mana spell, so that's cheaper. This one could also perhaps give -1/-1. So you get to only choose one until you meet the criteria. So, Walt of Rage. Target creature you control deals damage equal to the power to each creature. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play until end of your turn. Just like bombing your board, basically. And then let's play a game in foil. Okay. Excuse me. It is a cold day in Las Vegas, guys. If you came from the convention, that sounds great. I'm glad you all had fun here in Las Vegas. It's a great city. I like living here. I'd assume it's kind of like the Wild Wild West. That's how I would kind of like put it into terms of maybe that's like how it is everywhere. But I'm just in terms of just the infrastructure, and it is kind of living out in the Wild Wild West sometimes. But it is definitely a cooler place, growing place. Definitely growing. Here's Greenhouse. Lands you control have add 1 mana of any color. Okay. And then when you unlock this door, mill 4 cards and return up to 2 permanent cards from among them to your hand. Okay. This is the Miasma Demon. Okay, just targets. Rip the Spawn Hunter. Selesnya guy. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Rip Spawn Hunter is tapped, reveal the top X cards of the library where X is its power. Put any number of creature and reveal cards with different powers from among them into your hand. It's like, why doesn't it just put it onto the battlefield? But, okay, Rip. Hey, I got a Kona. Nice. Okay, my pile's got kind of... Kona's like kind of pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see what I did here. There we go. All right, Rip. And there's Kona, guys. Ooh, Kona. Kona's nice. This thing is like such a bomb when you have the those mana dorks that like just go ahead and just tap your things down for mana. That's a way you could do that in like green, right? There's a variety of elves that do that. And so this thing is tapped, and then at the beginning of your second mana phase, if this card is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Woo, baby. That could be nasty. Fear of abduction, blah, blah, blah. So surprise, surprise, a card with black in it won the World Championship. Clearly the most overpowered color. That is without a doubt. It's because of the removal, right? It's so efficient. Veteran Survivor, Valgavoth's Faithful. Wouldn't mind picking up a Valgavoth right now. It's actually like a 4-mana reanimate spell. Interesting. Just have to invest in it and let it live. Disturbing Mirth. People are playing this and a lot with the early days of Standard. I haven't seen too much of it since, but it just seemed like a lot of value to, you know, I think it kind of enables itself, right? In a constructed format. Yeah. It can like sacrifice, when this enters the battlefield, it can sacrifice another Disturbing Mirth and you manifest dread upon that. And it just kind of gives you extra value. Come Back Wrong. I've gotten this card before, nothing too. I mean, it's just basically a removal spell, and it will bring that creature back onto your battlefield, I think, hasted. So you get that enter the battlefield trigger, so kind of actually pretty intriguing. Actually, not probably the worst thing in the world. Yeah. So imagine this, like, you just go ahead and, like, destroy an Atraxa, and then Atraxa pops back up onto your battlefield. Probably a really good sideboard card, right, in black. Kind of interesting. Just sorcery speed, I guess, is your limit there. In a Gorge, and a Fanatic of Harrowing. All right, we're down to our last one, guys. So far, Kona kind of picked up the pace here. And overall, pretty happy still. Appreciate you guys checking out my channel. Go ahead and, you know, if there's a commander that you're interested in, you can just look through it. But primarily, like I'd say, I build a lot of Maria decks. That's probably like what I usually do. I like, you know, I love like Sauron. Sauron the Necromancer was a great one for me. Also, Greasefang has always been pretty popular. Anawan. And also my mutate decks, especially with like Omnath, the Locus of All. Those are pretty popular. Looks like I got another Kaito here in foil in the back, which is kind of a nice one, guys. So we'll be very excited about that. Picking up a mythic foil for, you know, that bonus slot. And we got the Bhagavath Onslaught as well, so that's kind of an interesting X spell. Manifest Dread X times and put X 1/1 counters on each of those creatures. Very interesting. Island, and there's a Kaito in the foil. Nice. Beautiful. So that was kind of a little bonus there, and I know that's not the most inexpensive card out of the set, so let's look at our little haul here from the Nightmare Bundle. I think it was like $80 or so. So I think like we did pretty good with these two Kaitos. Not bad. Marvin's not too bad either. I wouldn't mind putting Marvin in a deck. Got FOMO, Razorkin Needlehead. Of course, we got Damn. And Goro's Vengeance. So all in all, not bad, guys. So, and of course, we got these beautiful full art lands. Look at these. Ooh, nice. All right. Have a great one, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.